Who do you think you are, Graham? Casey Neistat. Oh, I haven't done this for a very long time. I haven't vlogged for nearly 3 months. Some of you that are still hanging in here on my channel, yeah, sorry about that. I've just been a bit up lately. Story is, the end of my trip in Bali, I went through some mental health problems. During this time, I started a podcast for my own journey, for my own mental health, and it's been really freaking amazing. I've been healing for a few months, getting my mental health in check, and needed to get home. And I'm home now in Hastings, in my sister's basement. If you remember this place from way back a couple of years ago. Now I want to get back in the hot seat of YouTube and take it seriously again. And during this time of me doing the podcast, I've learned so much about myself and mental health. And it's a journey that I want to bring some of you guys on that may be hard of hearing or speak English as a second language. Okay, because podcasts in English for people in that category, it's not going to be accessible for you. So what I want to do is upload all of my podcasts here sequentially and subtitle them for you. And I am going to release the podcast weekly from the first one I did in Bali for you to be able to enjoy the journey that I've been on, because I think it's only fair, because a lot of you guys have supported me from the beginning and I want to make it inclusive for you. I'm going to make it super simple, guys. I'm going to paint and then I'm going to play the podcast to you and have the visuals of me painting in real time. Maybe a time lapse every now and then. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try and put it out once a week, and then once I can afford it, and I've got more people signing up to my Karma Card project, which I really need, guys. By joining the Karma Cards, you'll be supporting me be able to pay for the subtitles. So I will then be able to catch up the podcast by uploading daily. Okay, that's my plan. I'm going to upload weekly. When I can afford it, I'll pay for all of the subtitles on all of the podcasts that I've done so far, and I'll upload them daily until they're caught up for each week. I'm also going to be doing the regular vlog too. Like I said, I've been out of action, I've been out of sorts, I've had creative block, I've been depressed. I've not been in a good space to create in that sense. Today is a big moment for me. This is me ripping the band-aid off, just doing it. All right, thank you very much. Welcome to the Graham Cullis Karma Card Project podcast vlog series.
Testing, 1, 2, testing. Testing, the audio fidelity with low maintenance background noise. 1, 2, testing with someone hammering in the background and with no more air conditioning. Yes. Oh, yes. And there is a Mr. Boba. Mr. Boba is a Pomeranian crossed with a Shih Tzu. He is a cute little bugger, but also very annoying. He pissed on my bed the other day, which wasn't pleasant. He wasn't wearing his nappy. He has been wearing a nappy recently. I've never seen a puppy wear a nappy before. Well, that concludes the testing of the podcast situation in my bedroom studio. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Graham Cullis, Karma Card Project's podcast, episode 1. Right, so here's my first attempt at a podcast, guys. But before I begin, I want to give a massive shout out and a thank you to all of my Karma Card Project supporters who support me on patreon.com. I would not be able to even think about doing this. Well, I would be able to think about doing this, but I would not be able to do this so easily and have the time and space to do it without the support. This podcast is sponsored by you, the listeners. If you are consuming my content and sharing everything that I do, whether it's on my YouTube or Instagram, Facebook, or if you're supporting me monetarily on my Patreon through my Karma Card project, it just makes things so much easier for me to create. So thank you very much. For those of you that don't know what my Karma Card project is, it's a way that I can be supported as an artist and also an activist in different projects and causes that I would like to get behind. These last 2 years has been an amazing journey of purpose and meaning for me. Since discovering art only 2 years ago, I have now enabled myself to be able to use my newfound passion to help other people, whether it be with mental health or through philanthropy projects. And I'll be talking about some of these things that I've done over the last couple of years throughout this podcast, and I'll be interviewing some of the people that have been involved in these podcasts. Hopefully. I'm not sure exactly how this podcast is going to go, but I do hope that I will be interviewing some amazing people on here as well. So I guess my job title, I suppose, would be, well, titles, would be full-time artist, content creator, artist first and foremost, mental health ambassador, philanthropist. I love that word. It's really hard to say. Philanthropist. There we go. Got it. And the legends that sign up to my Karma Card project help me do all this. There's a dog in the background. Just to let you know, I am recording this independently in my bedroom, which is kind of echoey as well. And every now and then you have cars going by on the street of Batu Balong. I'm in Bali, Indonesia, in case you weren't aware. And then we have some really annoying dogs staying in the guest house complex, which I am living in at the moment. Well, there we go. That's totally derailed me. What was I talking about? Yes, so Karma Card project. So the legends that support me, they sign up to my Karma Card project on patreon.com/Graham Cullis Art. They offer me a small monthly pledge, and then every 6 months I send them gift cards of my art prints, which are blank inside, and you can use these to send on to people as random acts of kindness. Keep the ones you like, and then send the rest on to people that might be struggling with their own mental health. Give them a little letter of encouragement. It actually came from a time when I was interviewing an artist called Davina Morgan on my YouTube channel quite a few months ago now, probably about a year ago, I guess. And yeah, Davina, she's an incredible artist, and she helps people through their mental health journeys by offering people that have had body image issues, experiencing anxieties around image and their body. What she does for them is she paints them nude, which is, you know, a very empowering experience for someone that is battling with this in their mind. They don't have to show this painting to anyone. It's purely just for them. But Davina does this as a really nice service to them, as she has gone through some experiences herself, and she wants to help people with her art. Also, wherever you're consuming this podcast, whether it's on a Facebook post, Instagram post, or on a podcast app, I will add Davina's details in the description or the show notes so you can check out what she's up to, or maybe even get some therapy for yourself, or recommend someone else to get a commission from her. She is amazing. And at the moment, she's doing some really, really sexy mountains. They're so nice. Whoa, check it out. Anyway, Davina told me a story when I interviewed her of when she painted her friend who is a person of colour. And on the way to school, her friend would receive racial slurs thrown at her. And this affected her image of herself. And then, you know, obviously, Davina being an amazing, incredible human being, she offered to paint her nude to give her a great experience of herself, which is absolutely lovely. But what Davina said was, like, you know, like, she said something very key to me, which was, it's a 2-second moment can last a lifetime. And for her friend to have abuse hurled at her at a very young age, you know, that's definitely going to make an impact in your life and can last a lifetime. Then over the next few days, I was pondering on that, because that is so true. A 2-second moment can last a lifetime. Actually, let's have a little listen to Davina herself. I'll put in a little soundbite now from the YouTube video that I interviewed her in.
My main sort of like passion or area of raising awareness regarding mental health is like eating disorders and body image. Kind of wanted like a first model, and I started doing myself, and I realised, as in painting myself, and I realised that it made me feel good about myself in a way that I hadn't really like been able to do to myself through you know, looking in the mirror or talking myself up or going like, yeah, I look good today, I feel good about myself, I feel good in myself. But putting myself on a painting like really made me feel that, and I just thought, oh, I can do this for my friends, and I'd love to like advocate this as something to do for people.
Now tell me about or some examples of people that have come forward to you with some of their problems that you've then helped them deal with through your art.
Well, I have a very good friend from school, and she's absolutely stunning inside and out, and I asked her if I could paint her, and I asked if she had any kind of insecurities, and she said that she'd always been really self-conscious about the colour of her skin, which I just found so heartbreaking, because she's so beautiful. This, like, to hear that someone's felt like this, because people have kind of offered like or thrown racial slurs at her walking to school at a young age. It's a 2-second moment, but it lasts a lifetime. And I feel like, yeah, me painting her in the process made her, realise, see what we all see.
Okay, if you head to the show notes, I'll add the link to the YouTube video where I interviewed Davina Morgan. It's called She is the Bonnie Thistle. And also, just to let you know, guys, just a quick little plug here, I have a mailing list that I would love for you to sign up to receive notifications for when I do things like add a new podcast or a YouTube, etc. And just to tell you some updates on what I'm doing with my Karma Card projects as well. So if you head to grahamcullis.com, there will be a pop-up window to sign up to my mailing list. Also, for doing this, I want to give you a free digital print. I'm going to give you one of my favourite paintings of last year, which is my whale painting. This print is also available on my Etsy store for around about £10, but I am giving this to you entirely for free. So those of you who are not familiar with what a digital print is, it's basically a high quality definition photograph of one of my paintings. This means that you can then send it to the printers for a fraction of the cost of what you would normally pay for a fulfilled physical print, and then you can blow that up to any size you want. You can print it out as many times as you want, and yeah, saves you money in the end of the day. But this one's for free, it's on me. So please, yeah, like I say, head to my website. Also, the link will be in the show notes, and there will be a pop-up window for you to fill out the form to sign up to my mailing list, and I will send you the picture of the whale, humpback whale. It's my favourite painting that I did of 2021, and yeah, I would love it to be on your wall. Thank you. Anyway, so yeah, 2-second moment lasts a lifetime. Like, that really struck me. Yeah, and then I remember I posted something on my Instagram. I asked people what they do for their own therapy. Obviously, art is something that I like to do. And I just posed the question. Yeah, and people commented saying, I like to go to the gym, I like to bake, or... And there's one person said, I really like creative writing. I think words are powerful. And all of those things are totally valid and extremely beneficial for our mental health. And there's not one shoe that fits all for our mental well-being. But yeah, I actually came up with the Karma Card project in a dream. A download, one of my friends called it. I love that, a download. I dreamt about the cards because I believe it was an amalgamation of what Davina said, that a 2-second moment can last a lifetime, and what this person said about creative writing and it being powerful. And of course, yeah, a 2-second moment can last a lifetime in a negative connotation, but also 100% it could be the opposite. If you do something really good for someone, that person's going to remember that for a lifetime too. So the Karma Card project's all about that, really. You basically get my art card prints, you write a little letter of love and send it on to someone out of the blue, outside of birthdays, outside of Christmas. And then this letter just turns up from your loved one or friend or family, and just a nice, beautiful letter of encouragement or whatever, really, just to reconnect with someone as well. And that is extremely powerful. And it's been amazing to hear some of the stories from these cards being sent around the world. And that's actually something that I get more out of it than the monetary side of things. I've had people message me when they've looked at the back of the card and seen my details and have just had this amazing experience from one of their loved ones sending them something so thoughtful, and it's absolutely changed their day, made their day, and sometimes it's saved them as well. And I've had people message me saying that they were in really bad situations, and then this little letter, this little gesture just completely changed the course of their day and their life at that moment. And it really makes me full of joy when I hear stories like this. So thank you so much, Patreon supporters, Karma Card project team. You are absolute heroes, and we are doing this together. Thank you. And it's also, it's given me financial freedom to be able to do what I love and for me to help others. But Patreon comes and goes, and it's up and down. So I really need it to grow. I want it to grow so much that I can reinvest into further projects. And now I'm actually starting to just be able to do that, where I'm paying people to join my team to create the video content here in Bali. So I'm paying some local people, which is absolutely wonderful that I'm able to be in a position to do that now. Also, yeah, I need to be paid for what I do. This is my full-time job and I love it. And I cannot thank my Patreon supporters, my Karma Card team enough. So if you can afford a small pledge once a month and you're getting value out of my content, then consider paying me to do what I do. Sign up to patreon.com. That's patreon.com/Graham Cullis Art. All right. Okay. And I will send you 6 of my gift card art prints every 6 months, which are 6 different designs of my different paintings for you to keep some of and send someone as random acts of kindness. Or you can keep them all if you want. That's all good as well. All right. Thank you. So here I am. I'm creating a podcast for you legends. It's something I never thought I would do. But really, actually, like down to the core of it, it's mainly for me. I'm doing this for me. I think that I will really benefit from doing this. It's almost like, some people like to journal. I mean, I like to create video stories on my YouTube channel. I get therapy from that. I get therapy from art. And this is another creative outlet for me now. And I feel like recording these monologues and hopefully in the future recording some amazing talks and interviews with some amazing, incredible people in the spaces that I want to collaborate in. It'll grow wider than that. It will be more about, I don't know. I think there's something special's happening here right now, and I'm so happy and excited to have you guys along the way and experience it with me. I had some self-doubt about me recording this podcast. I thought, who's going to listen to me? What am I going to talk about? Am I intelligent enough? Am I witty enough? Am I articulate enough? And then I realised all of those self-doubts were reasons to do the podcast, actually. I find that sometimes if I have a second voice telling me I can't do something, I take a step back from it and then I reframe it and realise, actually, that second voice and those anxious thoughts, if I reframe that into excitement and a challenge and something that I want to take on and do and progress, then it all comes together. And that's something you guys can do too. If there's something that you want to do, but there's someone or something that's holding it back, or telling you can't, or telling you no, okay, just go against that. Resist the resistance. Reframe those anxious feelings and thoughts of that first step of you doing what you want to do. As if you're an athlete on the starting blocks. You're excited, your heart's pumping. Okay, just take that first step, go for it. You can do it. You don't know unless you try. So, yeah, whatever it is, do it. Look, I'm doing it. And I'm scared. I'm really nervous about this. Okay, but I want to make a podcast for you guys. I want to make a podcast for myself. I'm not listening to that second voice. I'm going against the grain. And please, I welcome anyone who wants to come in and give me some feedback, tell me if I'm doing something shit or if I'm doing something good. All of that really helps towards my self-development. And self-development is something that I really, really believe in. And just listening to podcasts is an act of self-development as well. So hopefully some of you are getting a little bit out of what I'm saying. I'm 40 years old now, so maybe I've got some wisdom behind me to impart on your little ears, or big ears, or medium-sized ears. Don't want to dig myself into a hole here. I don't want to be done over for earism. But anyway, enough of that. Thank you very much for listening to my intro. I cannot wait to record some more of these. I'm already feeling more and more confident in my voice now, just through starting to record it right in this moment. I feel like my pacing is better, and yeah, there we go. Never thought I'd do it. But the podcast does have to end, and I am going to go to the gym and then come back and do some painting. What are you guys up to today?